right. Hey, hi everybody. Welcome all to the Stock Markets with Bruce channel. And it's nice to see you. I'm Uncle Bruce. It is Wednesday, May 21, 2025. We are live from Rancho Mirage, California here. It's 5:33 in the morning. Jen and I are getting ready to head home here in 10 days back to Calgary. And we thank you for joining us this morning here. Sunrise is just taking place here in California, where we are. We're looking at a down day right now. We are looking at the Dow off about around 300 points. We've got the S&P down 32, NASDAQ about 120 points lower. The Dow is leading the downside with about a 0.7% loss. Quite 0.75%. The S&P just over 0.5%. The NASDAQ is approaching 0.6% on the down day. Gold is up $21, $3,300 an ounce. Crude oil is up almost $1 at $63. I don't know why. I do not see economic activity picking up globally that is going to require a bunch of oil. So is this an adjustment? Is this a speculation? I have no idea. It is what it is, and it is nowhere near $80 to $100 a barrel, where I think the Saudis would love it to be. I think there's overproduction going on everywhere, and I think oil should be in the mid 40s. But that's just me. I'm just a guy giving you what I think is going on. We'll find out how it works out. The triple Qs, the Qs ETFs, are down 355 this morning in pre-market trading. We're down to 516.74. The high yesterday, almost 521, just about 521 for the high. And that shows you out there who are doing credit spread trading. You're trying to stay ahead of a market with calls, trying to stay behind a market with puts. The volatility yesterday was 516 for the low, 516.60 to 520.93, almost 521. That's not, just around $5 of volatility. If you're writing options that die at the end of the day, and you're only writing $3 or $4 out of the money, you are playing with a firecracker that might go off in your hand at any time. You have really got to be careful. Do not put together credit spreads early in the morning where you've got to wait 5 or 6 hours for these to die off, because this market during the day can do a lot of this. This morning's 350 drop pre-market is an indication that today's going to be much more volatile than yesterday was. And so you may not want to write any spreads at all for the first 2 hours of our session here before you make your move. You've got to be very, very cautious here. But I congratulate those of you who are scoring money, writing daily to expiry options, especially credit spreads on calls with this market, because for 6 days, the markets went up, I guess, not like crazy up, but they had a couple of good days and then they leveled off. And now we're beginning to see a pullback, but the pullback is faster than the gain was. And there's the problem with these stock markets. When people sniff out that, people are selling, they're getting out right now, they get out faster than they get in, because they're in on leveraged money. And this is something you have to understand as an option writer. If you follow me all the time as an option writer, you're writing covered calls, poor man covered calls, cash secured puts, credit spreads. You are following me and knowing that, yes, Bruce, I love this game. I'll write a covered call on a stock, and it goes up for like 4 days in a row, but it only runs up like 3% in value, and then it has a 3-day sell-off, and it drops 6% in 3 days. Like, it just goes down way faster and further than it went up. And this just takes my call options down to like nothing. It's unbelievable how a $4 contract will be 80 cents in 3 days, or $1.22 or something like that. I can't believe it. Even contracts I write that are a year out, they'll go from like $5.20 to $3 in no time, $2.60 in no time. It's half their value in a couple of days. It's unbelievable. I know the underlying security is the volatile creature, but if I own Apple stock and I write covered calls on Apple, It's not because I'm flipping Apple for a month or two. I'm holding it for a decade. It's an instrument. That's all Apple is. It's a guitar. I'm just playing the guitar. The value of the guitar fluctuates based on the market. But the music I make consistently is option premium. I make this money from this thing all the time. And I will rewrite new contracts based on where the stock wants to go. Higher or lower, I'll write new contracts and keep taking money in. As a credit spread writer, you're just looking for a situation where it's boring. I mean, that's what you're searching for, is boredom. You're looking for a credit spread on an entity, a stock, index, where there is no hope in hell that the contracts that you've put out there are ever going to be in the money during their lifetime. That's all you're after, shrinkage. You might get a gift where you do write call credit spreads and the market falls and the spreads in the contracts immediately drop in value way sooner than you expected them to. Bonus, you're getting out much faster than you thought. You're not a genius. You just are taking advantage of a market move. The reality, though, is if you've written a credit spread on calls or puts, the moment you wrote them, the moment you got the cash credit in your hot little hands, your brain has to be screaming at you going, oh, this is a good trade for us. We just took this much money off the market, 4%, 8%, 12% of the value of this trade in cash. And there's no way in hell that these contracts are going to be worth this much money 3 hours from now, or a day from now if they're a 2-day contract, or if it's a 1-week credit spread. In the next 24, 48 hours, these contracts are really going to give up the gas because they're losing all this time. They're running out of time and they're out of the money. That's the comfortable way to make money in this market. Stay away from the campfire and don't let a spark get you. That's the key here. Thank you all for joining in today. We will be watching today this market opening, and we'll see the indicators all around it. We'll look at the VIX. We'll keep an eye on crude and gold and just any headlines that are coming out. The reality, though, is that why is the market down? Maybe the question is, some of you are asking me. And it's all about today, apparently. It's all about the bill in Congress that they're trying to ram through for this budget bill and the tax cut extension bill. That's what is being watched right now. And look at the market reaction this morning. It's negative. The market is not impressed with what they're trying to do. It's not that that Democrats are the only ones selling stock today, by the way. No, I'm talking about this is a global response to the U.S. bill, because the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 are not only traded by American people. Don't get your head full of yourself thinking, well, these are the U.S. markets and this is what America thinks. No, this is a global phenomenon. We have traders in Asia, the Middle East, all over Europe, Africa, South America, everywhere else in North America, other than America, who are also in this game. And they are telling the market is telling you out there, if you're paying attention to it, we're lower this morning in the pre-market. Target came out and said it plain as day, or if you read between the lines, I guess it's as plain as day. Target has stopped offering forward guidance. They're joining Walmart. No forward guidance. United Healthcare, no forward guidance. United Healthcare and Walmart are Dow 30 stocks. Target is not a Dow 30, but it is an S&P 500. More and more Dow 30 and S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 companies are not able or willing to give you any forward guidance. That means bad, okay? That doesn't mean good. It doesn't mean like, oh, well, we can't tell you what's going to happen next quarter because it's going to be just so unbelievably great. No, they're not giving you forward guidance because they don't know how god-awful it's going to get. It's bad. We just don't know how bad, but it's going to be bad. And it comes right back to the American consumer. The rest of the planet is watching what the American consumer is doing. And most American consumers, in numbers of people, are at the 50 percentile, 70 percentile demographically and below. The top 10, 20% of American demographic people are not being paid attention to by the rest of the world right now. They know they can afford a loaf of bread. They know they can buy eggs at any price. They can buy their milk. They can shop at Albertsons, Trader Joe's, Costco, Walmart. They can buy stuff wherever they want to go. But the bottom 80, 90%, the folks who are living paycheck to paycheck or not living paycheck to paycheck, the folks who, some of the folks are telling me here, they're telling me that their property taxes have gone up 10, 15% this year. They're telling me their house insurance costs have gone up 10, 15%. They're telling me their car payments are ridiculous. These are the folks making it, who are making it and paying it, are saying to me, Uncle Bruce, I need $30,000 a year on basics, let alone anything else. These are the folks, the folks who don't make that kind of money are the ones in trouble. And there are unfortunately more of them joining the ranks. And this is why everyone watches the unemployment number every month with great anticipation. What's happening with job creation? Where are we really at here? Where's this economy at? If Target cannot give you forward guidance, Walmart can't do it, Home Depot might not be able to do it. We go on and on through all the sectors of the retail economy, from home purchases, home hardware, or Home Depot. Despite what Lowe's said this morning, Lowe's said, "Oh, everything looks good." Thank you, Lowe's. I don't believe you. Clothiers, drug manufacturers, pharmacies, CVSs, and others. And if now we hear restaurants are not able to give forward guidance, McDonald's can't do it, Burger King can't do it, Wendy's can't do it, Arby's can't do it, Subway can't do it, DQ can't do it. Any restaurant chain cannot give you forward guidance because they're looking at destruction of revenues, total interruption of customers coming in the front door. You're going to hear about job layoffs at the waitress level. You're going to hear about job layoffs at the dishwasher level. You're going to hear about job layoffs at the janitorial level of certain entities. We're talking about the slowdown of the American economy from the bottom, not the top, the bottom. And without the bottom able to survive, we have a negative stock market here, because there's just no hope in hell that any of these companies will make their numbers. Target will not make their numbers. Walmart will not make their forecasted revenues and net profits. This spreads across the Dow 30. You got yourself a depression. You don't have a bear market. You got a collapse. And as I've said a zillion times to you folks, the stock market back in November, December, and January of this past year, as the presidents were shifting from Biden over to Trump, love them or hate them, it doesn't matter, the markets were hitting all-time highs. And they were hitting all-time highs with multiples that were out of reality. We could not maintain these multiple stock premiums in the market. Can't do it. And we now are seeing stocks backing off, still trading at ridiculously high multiple trades that are going to back off more, because investors are not silly. They're very smart people. Investors go, I can buy European stocks with lower multiples. I can buy ETFs that specialize in European stocks in America. As an American, you can buy an ETF that concentrates just on the European stock market or the Asian stock market. International shares, none of which are USA based. If they have a lower PE multiple, you might want to go there. And then there are the folks out there who go, I'm a dividend guy. I'm a dividend hunter. I'm looking for income from my investments. And I can take it from stock dividends, or I can take it from bond interest through ETFs. And I'll buy an ETF that is a BIL ETF, symbol BIL. I'll just take the interest rate from treasuries, because I don't know which way the market's going to go. Just to be safe, I'll park it there for a while. Others of you will say, I'm going to buy ETFs that do corporate bond interest payments. These are like 7, 8%. I'll take that interest for now. If the US dollar keeps falling the way it is and has been now all this year, The US dollar is going to get to the point where we already have a 5% yield that is being charged or being now enjoyed, 5% interest rate on 30-year US bonds. We went under again this morning. If the 10-year hits 5% yield, that means the 30 will be at 5.5. 5% yield for a 10-year US note, the most popular note out there, that beats IBM or anybody else's dividend all to hell. Almost double these regular dividends. Corporate America cannot pay 6% yields on their dividend. They don't. They would rather put 5% capital up through a loan or whatever they got to do to buy back stock and manufacture their stock higher. They'd rather artificially jack up their stock price by buying stock off the market with corporate money, because management of corporate America don't own their companies. They're just employees. So presidents, CEOs, and directors and vice presidents and what have you, CFOs, all these guys and girls are just employees that are being given stock options as compensation along with their salaries. But the stock price has to stay where it has been. Boards of directors keep issuing stock options to their CEOs and CFOs and other leading employees, top 20%ers here, but at the price that encourages them to make the kind of moves to get the stock price higher, because everyone in corporate America, not everyone, but major investors in corporate America are pension funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, and they want the stocks to go up every year. They don't want your stock to be flat every year. They want it to continue to go up in value every year. They want you to grow the value of the company, grow the cash flow, expand the business, and keep that stock price moving up. And that's where you, a CEO, are being granted stock options every year going forward for your 10-year ship. And by the time you retire 10, 12, 15 years down the road, all those stock options you got 12 years ago, 11 years ago, 10 years ago, they're all in the money now because you grew the stock price. That's your reward. That's your multi-million, hundreds of millions of dollars of rewards. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way for everybody. There are winners and losers, and sometimes CEOs get dumped 5 years into a 10-year mandate. They walk out the door and they haven't made a dime on any of the stock that they were given or that they were offered to buy from the Treasury. They only walked out with their salaries because they didn't deliver stock performance. The pressure is unbearable. You, as option writers, do not have to own any of these shares. You do not have to own any stock in IBM or Apple or Google or NVIDIA. You can write options on the stocks and take cash returns from cash positions. That's the name of the game around here. And I congratulate all of you who are doing it. I hope you're doing well. I want you to do well. I want you to get richer. Stock Jockey is here. Richard, Carlin, Andrea, Charlie, Stewart is here. The Big E, the thumbs ups are coming in already. Thank you. Aurora, Cindy, the man, Hector, Eddie, CKT. How's it going, everybody? Rice Checks. Hello, Cindy. Who else? Susan Shops is here. Misty Tree, Be the Casino. I think the UK inflation data also came in higher than expected. Tom Kaufman, Rocketeer, Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce. What do you think about the Japanese 30-year bond yield? Up 44% since the beginning of April. We're in for another carry trade situation soon enough. You know what this means? We've got Japanese bonds and the Japanese currency rising dramatically against the American dollar. The American dollar was about 165 to the yen, so you could buy 165 yen for every dollar early, right at the end of the year. Now it's 142. The yen has climbed against the dollar from 165 to 142 in 4 months. Most Americans don't realize that because they don't follow this exchange rate. The euro, during Biden's first and second year, the euro was 95 cents against the American dollar. It was under $1. It's now what's the euro now? 112, 13, 113. American dollar has lost 18 cents of value against the euro. And in just the last 3-4 months, the euro was at 102 when Trump took over. We're now at 113. So there's a collapse. The pound is 134. It was down to 105 It's now 134. It's getting crushed. The Canadian dollar has gone from 68 cents to 72. Even the Canadian dollar is gaining against the American dollar. The rest of the world would rather own Canadian dollars than American right now. They're buying more Canadian than they are American proportionately. And the Canadian dollar is rising in value. There's another thing making the Canadian dollar go up. You know what that is? Canadians not coming to the United States. Canadians don't come down here. That means they don't buy American dollars to spend American dollars down here. They don't use their credit cards because they're not here spending American dollars using their credit cards, which means this conversion gain that the banks are making a piss pot of money on, ripping off Canadians by like 4% every dollar. That isn't happening either. And Canadian dollars are staying at home. And there aren't as many US dollars needed. And so the Canadian dollar is rising in value. It's going to continue. Canadians stopped coming to America in droves, 40% lower this summer, if not more. And then next winter, it's still down by 30, 40, 50%. The Canadian dollar could reach 75, 78 cents against the American dollar. Surprise, surprise. That's a huge differential. That is trillions of dollars in value. That's massive. The American dollar is getting hammered all over the place because there's no confidence from the outside world for the administration. When the press secretary of the President of the United States keeps saying that China pays the tariffs and that other countries all pay the tariffs and they're all dying to make a deal with America, and there are no deals being announced with America, where are the 150 deals? She is so delusional. She's blatantly lying and knowing about it, or so naive to believe this bunk. It's disturbing either way. I mean, either way, it's a very disturbing thing. And anyone with a lick of sense knows this is pure BS. I'm just saying. Anyway, there you go. What else? Susan, my husband ran public companies. He says companies are abused by analysts, and analysts never ran a company. And when a company misses by 1 penny from the estimate, the stocks get crushed. No, there's no surprise CEOs are stopping giving guidance. I agree, Susan. Your husband is right. That is exactly what it is. Doug, my calls have been writing lately are looking good. I think the market has topped out. And at best, it'll trade sideways, or worse, the crash is coming. I think buyers are becoming exhausted. Murray from Tokyo is in the house. Beach Boy, I'm thinking the carry trade could have issues if the Japanese can keep their money in yen and finally earn some interest. It'll be interesting to watch. The man says, I love my dividend stocks. I own ETFs at Right Options, and the returns to returns premiums to investors. I own these right here. Not much to share price increase, but it isn't the goal of the ETF. William, ITR Economics is forecasting a 2030 deep depression based on aging baby boomers and U.S. and global debt. Yeah, don't forget the boomers. I'm a 70-year-old boomer here in September. I'm 69 now, going on 70. And I was born in 55. All the boomers before me, the 1946 babies, and up to 50, they are over 70 and they're pushing closer to 80. Hey, by 2030, that's 5 years from now. I'll be 75. These boomers will be pushing 85, going to 90. You think they're out of the business? Yeah, they're out of the advertisers' gun sites. They're out of the car buying market. They're out of traveling the world anymore. They're in wheelchairs. They're walking with canes. They're old. We're getting slower. Yeah, of course. That's exactly what happens. And people behind me, the people behind the boomers who were who are now 50, 59, 60, 50, 55 to 60 to 65. They are the next 70-year-olds by 2030. Yeah, this is a slowdown coming. The U.S. population, the Canadian population, the Japanese population, the French, the German, the Italian, we are aging out. And we are not replacing ourselves, and we're not allowing immigrants in to replace us, which is the unfortunate thing about it all, is that there are young people dying to come in to take garbage jobs to get a start and work 10, 20 years for their children to have a better life. Sound familiar from the early 1900s? And we're not letting them in. We're trying to stop it, which means we're killing our own economies. But hey, don't have to agree with me. I'm just hoping you make money. Bobby, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Welcome all. What else? Let's go. Rocketeer talks to the man, doesn't like what the man is saying. The Golden Dome, yes, what can we say? Welcome all to the program. Like I said, I just want to tell you how to make money. I just want to try to guide you to not make mistakes. And the mistake you don't want to make is get caught in a market that's about to have a hissy fit. Because the stock market as a whole, the world as a whole, is looking at this tax bill that is being driven through Congress, has no semblance of reality with the economy of the world right now. It is a really damaging bill to the American people. $5 trillion debt increase guaranteed, locked into this bill. It's a $5 trillion add-on to your debt. And all of those people you voted for that you thought were going to cut the deficit and really control government spending and all the Doge talk and everything else, $5 trillion deficit increase under Trump, locked in the first 125 days of his presidency. Knock yourself out. Unbelievable. Man, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about Sofi? A June 2014 cash secured put for a 121 premium. What do you think about that? It'll be better than that, because the market is down to 13.10 this morning. You might get a better deal than that. John T., I've been successful doing spreads on both sides of the Qs, but if you go too far out of the money, but you got to go far out of the money. I'm lucky. If I get a 5% return, I wait too late in the day, it's much less. What am I missing? I hear you. It's a delicate balance. But sometimes you have to take a 3% return and say, hey, I made a 3% return today. I can do that every day of the week. That's 15% a week, 60% a month. I have to be satisfied with a measly 60% return on my money. There are days where you will get a better return and it'll work out. There are days where you just can't get a decent return. You might take a day off. You might not trade today, but some of you can't do that. I know you just can't handle it. You got to trade all the time. Stephen Butler, number 50. Good morning to everyone out there. What else is going on? Folks are complaining and arguing with each other. Whatever. I'm doing what we can. What can I say? Caroline, quote, what you said before doesn't matter who's in office. Writers make money no matter who's in office. You are right. Why do you flip-flop or not sure of your point? Why, how, why, what? Look, the reality here is markets fluctuate all the time, and the markets don't lie. Stock markets don't lie. They eventually come out and tell you the truth of what's going on. People and their money are more important than people and polls. And if you're an option writer, you are just saying to the market, tell me the direction you want to go, and I'll write that contract. That's all you have to do here. You only have to let the market tell you what direction it's going to go, but don't try to pre-guess in the pre-market what's going to happen today, because now you are fooling yourself. You are delusional that you think you can predict human behavior for the rest of the day today with all the nonsense that's going on out there. What can I say? Look, with the economic outlook looking red, covered calls on Sofi, is it a bad idea? I imagine they won't lead the market lower, but get sucked with it, or do you think Sofi has upside in all of this? These are great questions. A great question. What's your time frame? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the next week, the next 3 weeks, the next 2 months? Or are you thinking 5 years out? Like a lot of you on Sofi, you tell me that you're long-term believers, but you go crazy when the stock doesn't do what you want it to do in a month. But that's human nature. That's the way this business is. This is the same for NVIDIA stock, Apple stock, AI, any other company you want to mention. If a stock doesn't go the direction you want when you want it, you get upset and you start asking yourself, well, should I stay in this or what? You got to ask yourself this. If you own Sofi in a retirement account, in an IRA, 401k, an RRSP in Canada, TFSAs, or wherever you are around the world, you have Sofi, but you can't write cash secured puts on it, then you might want to look at writing covered calls. The question is, how far out do you want to go in time? And do you want to write out of the money, and how far out of the money? And are you able and willing to do a rollover if necessary? And if you are saying, yes, I am willing to do a rollover, If I write a $15 calls that are good till January 26, and in the next 3 months, between May, June, July, August, somewhere in there, SoFi moves up to $16 a share. On the one hand, I'm really happy, Bruce, because my stock's $16 a share. This is great. It's $13.10 right now. Go to 16. On the other hand, I'm a little disappointed because I wrote $15 calls and I don't want to get exercised. I don't want them to, quote, buy the shares from me at $15 and I get to keep the premium. Well, if you're willing to do a rollover where you are willing to buy back your $15 call to now write a $17 call for June 26 or January 27, you will bring in more money than it costs you to buy back your call, and you've raised your strike price. Now, admittedly, did you raise your strike price a lot? Well, no, you went up $1 to 16. Can you do 17? Sure. Can you write 20s? Of course. The further out you write, the less you'll get in premium, but the higher your strike price. If you're willing to do rollovers again and again and again and again and again, you will be okay. But I don't care what the stock is, SoFi, Apple, NVIDIA, Tesla, it doesn't matter. There are instances out there where people do write out of the money calls and they think that they're nicely out of the money. And a stock has a surge for a 2-week time frame that you just didn't see coming, didn't see that much of a move coming for that long. And you're not like just in the money, you're like way in the money. Well, now you got yourself an issue, because now to do a rollover is a lot more difficult unless you're willing to go all the way out as far as you could possibly go in time. And many of you don't want to do that. And so some of you wake up one morning and you find that I wrote a $15 SoFi call. It's trading at $17. First thing this morning, it was like $14.50 a couple days ago. It went to $15.50 and now it's $17, and you got exercised. Don't be mad. Just say, okay, I took the $15. I got the premiums $1.50 or something like that. I got $16.50 for the stock. It's trading at $17. Oh, woe is me. I'm not getting that 50-cent gain right now. But you know what? You buy the stock as many as you can with the money you got and write $20 calls right now. You're out. Take another couple of bucks. Buy a bunch more stock to get back to the position you had before. Write options on those and fold your arms and say, well, just keep going then. Go higher for all I care. And if they are $18.50 3 days later and they're $21 a week later, you're in the money again. You know what the value of your account is at that point in time? You're scoring huge touchdowns. Are you willing to do rollovers? If you're not willing to accept a buyout or a rollover, then you can't write call options. It's as simple as that. It's the price you must pay. You must be willing to accept the fact that there's a possibility that the shares you own will do so well that they'll be taken away from you at a price you've offered them for, plus your premium. You have to accept that. 99% of the world accepts that quite happily. 1% of you freak out. And that's why some people don't write options. It's just the way it is. Now, on the outside, for those who don't know options at all, they listen to what I say and they go, oh, I could lose my shares. And they just shut down their brains. They don't want to hear anything anymore because they just aren't listening to the big, big picture. A moving market that you're writing calls on means you're getting richer no matter what. You're just getting richer. You have to allow yourself to get richer and roll forward to get even richer. You have to allow. It's totally up to you if you want to do it. But yes, SoFi, you want to write 15s, 16s, 18s? Help yourself. Yeah, of course. There are people here who brag about it. They brag. I wrote $14 covered calls 3 weeks ago, and their stock's now down to $13.10, and I'm going to buy them back for 80% less than I got for them, and I'm going to write some more. Well, great. That's fantastic. It's being done on GameStop. It's being done on AI. It's being done on Tesla. Welcome to the party, Paul. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. I say the way you want to go, if you can, is you sell your SoFi, take the cash at 13 whatever, and write $15 cash secured puts for Jan 26. write 17s, write 20s, and take gobs of capital on top of the cash for the stock and sit on $18 a share of cash right now and earn interest on it. And if the stock does go up, you'll buy those puts back for a fraction of what you sold them for, and you'll rewrite higher strike puts and bring in even more cash. That's the way I would do it. I'm just a guy just trying to figure this all out. What else is going on here? Rico was asking here, Qs, 0 day to the triple Q, 0 day to expiry, deep out of the money covered calls, or call credit spreads, sorry. Deep call credit spreads with a width of $1, low premium, but 90% success rate. Any knocks or concerns with that approach? I see most here go wider. Okay, very good. Okay. For some of you, you can pull off the strategy where you have a $1 spread between your Qs. You might do like the stock's 516 right now. Let's theoretically say someone will do a 520, 521 credit spread, call credit spread with a $1 spread. And he'll bring in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cents in credit. Is there something wrong with that? It's got a 90% rate success rate if you wait during the day. You don't do it first thing in the morning. You do it later in the day. Try to score the quick, 2% yield, 3% yield. Every day I score these little yields. What do you think about this? The good news is, the reality is, it's a $100 trade. You're doing a $1 spread. So for each credit spread you're doing, each call credit spread with a $1 spread or a put credit spread, you can do that as well, obviously. It's $100. You got $1,000, you can do 10 at a time. But here's the reality. If you're going to do 10 $1 spreads for a $1,000 play to try to make $30 to $50 profit, you're going to pay commission on 20 contracts. You've written 10 and bought 10. That's 20 contracts of commissions to get the trade done. If it dies worthless, you don't buy them back. You don't pay commission on the way back. Okay. But if you have to buy them back, that's another 20 contracts of commissions. Fair enough. Traditionally, though, and strategically, you're going to write a $1 spread like this, knowing that it's unlikely you're going to buy them back because you're so close to the end of the day, time is running out, and you're ahead of the market with a really thin margin. You've taken a small spread on purpose because you got away from the campfire that these are going to die worthless. Now, 20 contracts of commissions on a $50 profit trade or a $40 profit trade. What is it going to be? Now in Canada, for some of you with like Quest Trade, it's $1 a contract. So you write 10 and 10, that's $20 in commissions. If your gross take is $45, you only clear $25. Are you happy with $25 per $1,000? If you have $1,000, you could do one $10 spread trade, where the contract you write is $4 out of the money, let's say, bringing you 20 cents, and the one you buy is 3 cents, 4 cents, because it's $10 further out of the money with 2 hours to go, 3 hours to go. There is a larger spread in dollars, but a smaller spread in percentage, but a smaller expense in commission, because you're only writing one call and buying one call for $1,000 spread. It's two commissions, two option commissions only. For Quest Trade traders in Canada, that's a $2 commission versus a $20 commission. All right. So if you pull in 15 cents on the trade, or maybe more than that, you probably pull in about 20 cents on the trade. You're bringing in $20 and you're paying $2 to get it. You clear $18. If on the $1 position, you clear 10 times these trade, you pull in $40 but pay 20 to get it, you make $20. What are you more comfortable with? You have to factor this back and forth. What kind of premium can you get if you go with a $10 spread? Can you bring in 30 cents to write it and pay a nickel to buy it and get 25 cents net to you, less, that's a $25 bill, less $2 to get it, you clear $23. Are you comfortable with that? Are you happy with that? Knock yourself out. It's a great question. This is a very good question. Mandu number 5. Good morning, everybody. Hey, the man says, I've been happy making my account go from 4,500 to 10 grand in 11 months. I'm happy with this. I love rollovers on my covered calls. I just wish GameStop would add more options chains. I hear you. ALA, good morning. I'm at number 69. Doug, I don't go out more than 6 to 8 weeks when writing calls. It's too risky. Henry, hi, Uncle Bruce. Is target now a good time writing contract to get juicy premium? I don't know if there's enough volume in the options. I really don't know. I can't say. Doug, my 17 on $16 calls, Sofi, is looking really good. Okay. Yeah, they're out of the money. Man, Doug, today's probably a good day to buy them back. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, if there's a recession, bear market, or whatever, and we wrote Sofi cash secured puts that are in the money, wouldn't we get caught and assigned? Sure, we could roll, but there's no saying when the stock takes off. Look, there's a million possibilities with Sofi. At the end of the day, I look at it always the same. Memberships are growing leaps and bounds. Noto is bringing in $5 billion at a time now when he needs capital to pay off his finance his loans, and he doesn't issue any stock. So this entity just grows and grows and grows, and eventually the stock will reflect that. And I don't care about the bear market. I don't care about a recession. These guys are going to grow because the banks that are going to lose the most are the ones with physical locations, because the money is coming here to non-physical location banks. Anyway, Bruce, back in 1999 when market was, and there you go. John, I wrote 26 covered calls expiring Friday on Sofi at 14. I looked for them to die worthless. I made $700 in a few weeks, but was hoping to get assigned. Oh, well, I guess I'll do another. And that is an okay strategy. John T., I don't argue that. That's an okay strategy. Rock and roll, man. Benway, thank you for all your work. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it. Susan, 1999 stock market was very high. Greenspan has said it was very frothy. What was it? Exuberance, too much exuberance. Folks shorted the SPY and went broke because the market kept going up and up. Yes, but not much longer. Writing these call spreads and market rips, we could get hurt. Again, I keep coming back to the story and to the caution I throw at you that if you're going to write credit spreads, you can't be a casual observer of the market. You have got to be on top of your account at all times. This is not for everyone. And don't think that I say it is. It is not for everyone. You may be better off writing cash secured puts or covered calls on stock positions and what have you, and take the long-term play. But credit spreads, there's a reason why 0 day to expiries exist, and there's a reason why more are coming. Because very shortly we're going to add the Magnificent Seven to the mix. They're coming with Monday, Wednesday, Friday expiries, which will eventually mean Monday to Friday expiries, and there will be more added beyond that. There's a reason for it. The demand is there, and you kids can make a ton of money if you play it correctly. But if you want to play it as a part-time option player and you go to 3-hour work session meetings so you can't even look at your phone, you haven't got a hope in hell of making money in this credit spread game. You can't. No way. You gotta go longer term. Thank you all for being here this morning. We have a question of the day going today, and thumbs ups are coming in. Let's take a look at where we stand right now. We're down, by the way, 392 on the Qs. The Dow's down 384, pushing 400 points on the downside. NASDAQ down 150 points now. We have 129 people answering the question of the day, 78 thumbs ups. The question is, I will be trading 0 day to expiry contracts, options, as an option writer if the Magnificent Seven stocks get added into this program. How many will do that? So far, 36% of you say, yes, I will be writing options if they go 0 day to expiry on the Magnificent Seven. And 64% say, no, I won't be doing that. I'm going to stay away. Some of you on the 64%er side, again, to be fair to you, you can't write 0 day to expiry contracts. because you are doing option writing only in your retirement accounts. A majority of this channel, as we asked the other day, how old are you? Majority of this channel are over 60. I think I asked people if you were 50 to 60 or over 60 years of age. Majority of you are older rather than younger. And if you are older, you are more likely to be sitting on most of your capital available for option writing inside IRAs, RRSPs, retirement accounts. You cannot do credit spread writing in there. 0 day to expiry. I can see some of you, even in your RRSPs and your IRAs and 401ks, I can see where some of you are going to go, you know what, Uncle Bruce? I see here that Tesla is moving along up and down or doing whatever. I'm going to write a covered call on Tesla. I own 300 shares of this stuff. I'm going to write 3 covered calls that expire this Friday. It's Tuesday. I'm going to write covered calls that die this Friday. Not tonight, but this Friday. Out of the money, so many dollars, and I'm going to take this premium. Others of you are going to say, Tuesday, I'm going to write contracts that die Thursday. I don't want to play the Friday game. Too much volatility on Friday. This Friday is the 3rd Friday of the month. I don't want to be in there. I want to be out of there before 3rd Friday. So I'm going to write Thursday expiry contracts on Monday or Tuesday that die Thursday. And I'm going to take Friday off and let the market do its thing. And if the market takes a shot higher, I'll write call options for the next Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday on Friday afternoon on my Tesla shares because they took a shot higher. I might do that. I can see this happening. I can see some of you going, I hadn't thought of that. That's true. 0 day to expiry doesn't mean I have to write on the day of expiry. I can write any of those contracts on any of those days. I might be into that. Yeah. For those of you who have margin accounts and are writing call credit spreads, put credit spreads on the Qs and on SPY and other ETFs, you might well start adding 0 day to expiry contracts on the Magnificent Seven, on some of them. But maybe from time to time, not maybe every single day. You'll figure it out. If you know how the option market works, you understand options. You've taken classes from me. You've had one-on-ones. You've been here. You've done practice account trading. You may well naturally just start doing shorter-term expiry trades that are not 1 week to 3 months long. You may well be doing, in some cases, a 10-day trade, a 4-day trade, a 3-day trade, a 1-day trade on some of these for nice premiums. Again, we'll see. Happy Wednesday from Mr. Premium of the Options. It's time to fill our pockets. Corinne, I am the 87th thumbs up, Bruce. You are rapidly hitting 100 and going for 200 today. Matthew says, Fidelity allows me to write spreads in retirement accounts, and my IRA can do 0 day to expiry. And again, this is a very good comment. I appreciate this because all of you out there, wherever you are, have some cases you have restrictions, in some cases you don't. You have to understand what your brokerage firm will allow you to do. And so you've got to do your homework with whether it's Tasty Trade, Fidelity, Schwab, Bank of America, whoever you use, whoever, Robinhood, whoever, do your homework and figure out what you can and cannot do. Michael, I like using XSP for 0 day to expiry because it is cash settled and can allow it to expire and not count as a day trader compared with the SPY. Very interesting. Again, that's another thing to investigate with regard to being called a day trader. Very good. Michael, I appreciate that comment too. Thank you very much. Folks, we're opening in 8 minutes. And those of you who are commenting here and are not members, I encourage you to become a member of this channel. We're going to go right now to member-only commentary. Again, we keep the trolls out when the markets get going here. Try to help you with questions on your trades, or you can share with the channel what you're up to, get the channel's thoughts on what you're thinking of doing. Thank you again, everyone, for being here, whether you're subscribing. Appreciate that if you're subscribing to this channel. Thank you very much. Becoming a member at the Chillin level or a Gold Bagel member. Thank you. Today is Wednesday. That means tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern, Gold Bagel members of this channel, the Penthouse members, will be joining me at 7 o'clock Eastern tonight, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce, when we'll talk about what happened all day today, what's been going on this week, and what might happen tomorrow and Friday. And we'll compare notes about different kinds of option writing strategies. It is worth your time to be here Primetime Live. And I think getting at least 4 Primetime Lives every month is worth a $25 membership price. That alone is worth $25 a month, because just one decent tip or suggestion or thought on what you can do and how you can do it on an option trade is more than worth $25. Excuse me, more than worth $25 in your pocket. I mean, I have had viewers send me emails days and weeks after attending, any one particular Primetime Live show. And they'll tell me straight out, you know what, you did that Primetime Live 2 weeks ago, and someone asked you a question about this trade or this kind of option trade, and then you went into a couple of examples, and it's like you were talking to me. I couldn't believe it. It was like you were just telling me exactly what to do, because that's exactly what my account was sitting on. And I followed you and the viewers' thoughts and suggestions, and I went ahead and I wrote 15 contracts to do this, or I did cash secured puts on that, or I did this credit trade, and I made $4,000 on that one tip that you shared with us on Primetime Live. This $25 a month is a joke. It's $300 a year to learn these kinds of tips. My God, man, I cannot believe how much money I make from this channel. I cannot believe how much money I make by being part of this family. Thank you again, all of you, for being here. Corinne, number 87. Thank you. Trolls are going to troll, says Eric. That's true. Doughboy, good morning. I'm number 91 on your thumbs up meter. Bruce, thank you, Doughboy. Thank you, everybody, for hitting the thumbs up button for us. Thank you for participating in today's questionnaire. We now have a total of 145 responses here to this question about I will be trading 0-day to expiry options as an option writer once those Magnificent Seven stocks get added into the mix. This could happen in the next few months, so you want to be taking these classes as soon as possible. You might write, I'm telling you, kids, some of you guys might be writing cash secured puts that die in 3 days. Some of you are going to write cash secured puts that die in 1 day. Some of you are going to find trades that are just so juicy you cannot help yourself, but you're going to do the right. You're going to write credit spreads. You're going to write covered calls. You're going to write covered calls on a Monday that die on Wednesday. You're going to do it. You're going to see some premiums that will blow your mind, and you're just going to, I can't believe I can write a covered call on this stock and get a 4% yield in 2 days. I can't believe it. I'm doing it. I'd be an idiot not to. And some of you are going to write 2, 3, 4 day expiry contracts where you'll write them, and within a day and a half, you'll buy them back for a huge gain. And you'll do it again and again and again, because you're going to do it calculate on a monthly basis. How much money am I making on a percentage basis in profits every month by doing these daily 2-day contract trades, 4-day trades where I shut them down in a day and a half or 2 days? I cannot believe how much money these people hand me. It's unbelievable. 94 thumbs ups are in the house. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for joining us and answering the question of the day. 146 now have responded. 64% say not yet, I'm not going to do it. But 36% saying I might just, I might be doing some of these 0-day to expiry trades here. It might be well worth my while. I hadn't thought of that, Uncle Bruce. I'm kind of glad I took your classes and I learned how option writing works and how, why options are created, who creates them, how they die, why they die, how they depreciate. And the fact also, Bruce, what you really did for me is you taught me all kinds of tricks of the trade, stink offers, stink bids, um, uh, out of the money, in the money trades. You really changed things up for me. I am a lot smarter as an option player than I ever was. I know more about the market now than I ever knew before. This is the other thing that's really exciting here. Thank you, Uncle B, for helping out and sharing with us this information. It changed my life and changed our family's financial trajectory. This is massive. Don't mind me. I just had to plug in my big S iPad. It was running out of gas. Thank you all for joining us today. 150 responders now. 64% say no. 36% say yes. We'll see how that goes. I wonder if we can get that to 300 people and where that will ultimately end up. As more of you begin to figure out, oh yeah, I can do cash secured puts for like 3 days on like NVIDIA. There's some good premiums there. I'll write a $5 out of the money cash secured put that dies tomorrow afternoon. I hadn't thought of that. 101 thumbs ups have come in, and Mr. Wonderful is in front of me right now. I've got him talking to me here. Mr. Wonderful, trying to get me to buy something on my own channel. Oh my God. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful, for advertising. Appreciate the money. It all helps out. Thank you very much. Mr. Wonderful. Do you get those ads from Mr. Wonderful? I don't know. Thank you all. We opened in 1 minute. We're going to trade in 1 minute. I don't know where Larry Titus is. Larry Titus, I think, last I heard, is in France. And if he's in France and he's still in France, I want him to make nothing but money and have a good time. He does not have to hit the bells every day at the opening or the close if he's in France. Someone here will take on the responsibility and hit the bells in a minute from now. I appreciate you all. Crazy 49er, I just hit the thumbs up and I'm number 19. Thumbs up, so you might want to refresh your computer. I don't know what's going on with you. Savage Wall Street, good morning. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I hope everyone is going to have a great day today. Jeff, good morning, everybody. Let's get some cash. ALA is saying, you know what? I'm happy to ring the bells. Neat. The markets are open. Savage Wall Street, I will have to say that I'm absolutely not a fan of the 0 day to expiry options. I'm not a fan of this. I like my freedom, and it seems that these 0 days will take away that element. Also, a few folks from the Discord got caught and lost money. Richard, neat. JJ, 105 thumbs up. Charlie, neat emojis. Mandu number 5, neat. And Dak hitting the neat emojis as well. Welcome all to the program. We're up, we're open, we're starting to trade. We're going to see what the market has in store for you today. We were down over 400 on the Dow going into the opening. We'll see how this market really opens up here when we get everything fired up. I'm looking at right now the triple Qs are showing a loss of 368, the Dow down 377, the S&P down 38 points, NASDAQ down 132 or something like that. I think that's what we have. And I've got Sofi down 16 cents at 13.11, GameStop up 13 cents, Rocket Lab up down 9, ASTS down 5 cents, MSTR up 72, AI down 40, SMCI up 92 cents, NVIDIA down 71, Tesla down 126. Not a lot of movement on some of the stocks we follow, but it's early. Dude is hitting the bells. Thank you, dude, and thank you for your message today, dude. I got your email. It's all good, buddy. It's all good. You hang in there. One, neat. No problem here, dude. Savage of Wall Street, a $21 Unity strikes that expire in July are looking like juicy. Stinkers deployed for my cash secured puts. Come on, baby. Something tells me he's trying to write these. Is that what's happening? I don't know. What is that again on the Unity? The Unity shares. Unity right now are sitting at $21.99, and we're down 24 cents. Someone here trying to write. You trying to write these cash secured puts? Taking some cash? Why not? Giddy up, buddy. Hopefully it comes together for you. Taking the bucks. 329-point loss on the Dow, it would seem. A 32-point loss on S&P and NASDAQ down 107. All indexes are off. anywhere from 0.5% for the Dow and for the Nasdaq and the S&P, and 0.75 for the Dow. Oil is up 61 cents, and gold is up $24, and the VIX is up 116, which is negative. We're at 1925. Remember, under the Biden administration, the VIX was 11 to 15 for a lot of that time. So just to kind of bring you back to the sleepy Joe Biden days, love them or hate them, the market's went up 25% a year, 2 years in a row. We're not getting that right now, and I don't think we're going to see an up year this year. I don't think so. We'll see what happens. It's all right. Blair, I just want to say, neat, let's go. John T., I would rather do a 0 day to expiry over a 1 to 3 day to expiry, as most crazy things happen in the after hours. If not 0 days, I want to go out at least a week to have time. Here's something else to think about too. John makes a good point, but here's something else to think about. Not only are we going to see 0 days to expiry contracts expand, there'll be more available to do this with. We're also going to get extended trading hours. It's within a year. We may be open at 8 o'clock at night until 7 o'clock the next night. We might be 23 hours a day trading, where you're going to start your day at 8 p.m. in the evening Eastern time. That's when options start. 0 day to expiry are 7 o'clock the next night. You might wake up on a Wednesday morning like this, and you're going to write 0 day to expiry contracts, credit spreads, that die tonight at 7 o'clock. That might be our new normal. Sunday night, 8 o'clock in the evening, when you're watching Sunday night NFL football, the market's open in America. That could be your new normal within the next year or two, including options. Think about the future that's coming here. We're going to need AI software to help us with these overnight trades. We're going to be putting in parameters of trading results that we want. We're going to have alarms going off. It's going to be kind of crazy out there. Big changes are coming. If you are not aware of how options work now, you're going to be in big trouble down the road when we go into extended trading. You've got to be able to handle crises overnight trades. You've got to set up your accounts with open orders, stink bids, stink offers for the what if or what if. If this happens, this happens. If this happens, that happens. This is coming up as well. We're not standing still anymore. I'm sorry if you don't want to do 0 day to expiry trading. It's all right if you don't want to do it. I'm telling you, however, your existing option trading game is going to change. If you are running a retirement account and writing covered calls, your covered call market is now going to shift out in time. It's going to be a much longer day, and it's going to be 5 days a week, 23-hour day active. This is coming. This is why you want to be aware of how options work overall, whether it's 0 day, 1 month, 3 month, it doesn't matter. So got to keep that going, everybody. Dude, you might be thinking, if someone else, I haven't sent you an email for a few months, says dude, or there's a fake dude out there, Jeff Glass, going, neat, Chase, number 111, good morning. I was earlier at 110 on the thumbs up. Dude is having issues. There's someone impersonating him, and he's having issues out there, and we're hoping this gets resolved for him sooner rather than later. Thank you all this morning. Welcome. Welcome to the program. We've got a lot of stuff to learn here. A lot of things to understand coming up in this marketplace. So it's not standing still. You've just figured out how to do trading on your telephone. You just figured out how to do option writing on your telephone. You just figured out how to do option writing. You're now learning credit spreads. You're now learning cash secured puts. You're learning about poor man covered call trading. You're learning about extended trading. We've got a long way to go yet together with this world. Unbelievable what's happening out there. Thank you all for joining me. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm glad you could make it. We're here. We do have 215 of you here right now. I appreciate you all. It's great to see you. Thank you for being part of the program and the channel. Thank you to the folks out there who've taken a shot at our question of the day. So far, 174 of you have responded. I appreciate that. 63% of you are still thinking, I don't know if I'm going to get into this zero data trading thing, Bruce, with option writing. Not sure if I'm going to do that when the Magnificent Sevens are available. Well, you know, it's early. We'll certainly be studying it. I know you'll be studying it. We'll take a good look at it and see if it's worth your while. I'm sure it'll start a little clumsily, and then it'll kind of pick up. It'll become a new normal. That isn't for certain. 112 thumbs ups, everybody. Thank you very much for 112 thumbs ups today. Much appreciate that. We're down about 359 on the Dow right now. It looks like we're down 267 on the Qs. Spiders are down 344. Sofi down 21 cents, but GameStop is up 17. So there you go. Dude is saying, I'm the real dude, so it's all good. Right on, dude. You're the real dude. You're here with us. I love it. Thank you very much for joining us. And everyone else, Chase Rosita Parker is in the house. Thank you. 177 answers now to the question. Only 62% say I'm not doing it. That number is falling. The yes vote is 38%. Very interesting what's happening there. Thank you all. Keep the thumbs ups coming. 112 and counting. Thank you very much. We're pushing higher. We got 181 yesterday. Got awfully close to the 200 level. We only had a little over 1,000 views for yesterday's show. That's pretty good. Would love to get 200 though. 115 thumbs ups now. There they are. A couple more. Thank you, everybody. Jeff, thanks. Chase Rosita, thank you. Splair, I was the one earlier today. Dude, I'm the real dude. It's all good, baby. There it is. Rock and roll, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. The real dude will always prevail. That's correct, Bobby. You know it. Well, kids, how is it going? Are we seeing any money being made out there? There might be some dips here, which means some of you might be buying call options back. Covered calls, who knows? MSTR down just 76 cents. AI only down 32. Super Micro up at 111 to 43.88. Those cash secured put writers on Super Micro are happy campers, I'll tell you that. A double D, thumbs ups for Bruce. Thank you, buddy. JJ, I'm not into the whole brevity thing, so okay. All right. NVIDIA down 60 cents. Tesla is up 85. Palantir's up 40 centinos. Google up 160. Apple down 236. Microsoft down $2. The old Facebook Meta platform stock is up about 70 cents. Broadcom up 34. Amazon down 356 today. Intel up 6. Netflix up 450. SmartRent down 4 cents. Coinbase up 179. Costco down 256. Make it $3. EI Lilly down 450. Uber down 176. Cisco down 13. Adobe up down at $1.07. AMD up 62 cents at $114. Unity down 24 at $21.99. Just hanging on there. Let's see. J-Boy says, I understood that reference. Brian, GameStop went vertical for the first minute of the day. It should do that. It should do that for the whole day, I think. James of the Misty Tree, JJ, obviously, you're not a golfer. Okay. Misty Dude Face says, would the fake dude do this? Make a donation of $19.99. No fake dude makes donations to this channel. Trolls rarely make donations to this channel. Would have he? I mean, laugh it out loud. Thank you, dude, for this donation. A little bit of Costco money, a little bit of In-N-Out money. Thank you very much. We're running into our final 10 days here in the desert, and then we head north to Canada. So we're going to need Costco money when we get home because the fridge is empty. We're going to have to load that thing up. So we'll hit Costco and we'll hit Walmart when we get home and load up on food, try to survive on food. Thank you all for helping out. It's much appreciated. John T., there's a post on the X thing, the old Twitter, where there was a 34,000 Bitcoin purchase on April the 11th. The speculation is that it was GameStop averaging $80,000. If that's true, that would be huge. I mean, that's a big purchase. 34,000 coins at $80,000 a coin. Yeah, it's that's a ton of money, isn't it? Double D. I wrote cash secured puts on SoFi yesterday. That's why it's down today. It's time to write some more. Right. Well, there you go. SoFi this morning is now hanging around 13.13, down 14 cents. Not really doing much at the moment. We're up a nickel on GameStop, and we're unchanged now on Rocket Lab. So there you go. Seem to be hanging in there. The volume on SoFi now in 13 minutes is 4 million. The low of the day 1301, and we're now 1315. This is the high of the day 1316. We're down 12 cents. This is the high of the session for SoFi, climbing. So it's coming on. Might go green here. GameStop now is up 16 cents. Rocket Lab, $26 on the nose. It's got up to 2607 so far, so it just went into the green a moment ago. 1.3 million. Looks like Rocket Lab wants to kind of recover a bit here. ASTS down 36. MSTR MicroStrategy down is up 115 actually. 418.07. AI down 30. Super Micro up 127. Tesla's up 88. Palantir up 44. Google up 204. We got green showing up now, here and there. And dude is alive and well and is really real. Thank you, dude, for your donation today. Juan, it seems as if there's more shorters on SoFi. That's going to hurt them. Dude, they can count the gain on purchase in their ER as well, as if that's true about GameStop and their earnings. John T, 2.7 billion would be worth 3.6 billion if that's what they did. Savage of Wall Street, if anyone's interested in Enphase, today's not a bad day to write a cash secured put on this thing. You could do a $45 June, August, or even a $40 October. Why not get paid to buy a good company? There you go. Interesting thoughts. Down 360 on the Dow. We're down 28 on S&P. We're down 64 only now on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's only down a third of a percentage point. Keeping an eye on these markets. Oil up 51 cents. VIX is up 118. Okay. TJ Maxx, the parent company stock falls after it warns of a profit shortfall on tariff costs. It's not China paying the tariffs. Shock. It's not Indonesia paying it. It's the TJ Maxx parent company paying the tariffs. It's Americans paying the tariffs. Oh my God, it's not China. I thought you should just listen to what the spokesperson says for the Trump administration, that ditzy blonde, whatever her name is. I thought you listened to her, and she knows everything about who pays the tariffs. You got to believe her. Why would she lie to you? She looks like such a sweet, innocent little girl. Why would she lie to us? That makes no sense, Blair. Canopy on its way to $2. Giddy up, Blair. We're down 367 on the Dow. We're down 193 on the triple Qs, 518.34. The question is this going to be a down day today? Is it going to be a sort of a down opening with a mostly recovered market in the first hour and a half, and then we go lower? Do we kind of hang around down 100, up 50? Do we even break even today? Do we not get to the green at all for the indexes? This is a question. This is where you got to ask yourself, if I'm going to write a call credit spread on the triple Qs, do I wait for the market to get to that 520 level and then pick off a 525 price for the call I'm writing? 525, 526, 525, 527, 525, 528, or 29, or 30. Which one do I do? And then if it comes back down 300 points on the Dow, the Qs come back down to 517, I win, man. I'm in, and an hour later, I buy back at 80% profit and say, thank you, sir, for another $100 or $200 or $300 day or $500 day or whatever your day is. Might be the plan. I don't know. I'm asking. Thank you, dude. 3 thumbs up so far. I'm going to make it 4. Hopefully that'll pop in there shortly. My computer is on a bit of a delay here. There it goes. I think I've got the 4th one in. Thank you so much for your donation today. It's very much appreciated. There you go. I'm trying to get that to work. I don't know if it's working. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to see you in the house today. Here we have it. 192 votes have come in. 62% now say, I'm not going to do 0-day expiry option writing. I'm not going to do it on the Magnificent Seven. But that was once 66%. Now it's down to 62. 38% of saying, I will be doing 0 days to expiry contract writing. Oh yeah, if the premiums are as juicy as I think they might be, I'm definitely there, Bruce. Well, let's see what happens. Thank you, everybody. There we go, dude. I got my thumbs in there, thumbs ups in there, to get at least 4 registered. I hope that sticks. Now there's 6. 6 people are now giving thumbs ups to Dude Face for making a donation to us today. Thank you, man, and all of you out there. Then those of you out there who are making donations to Jennifer and I privately through PayPal, you know who you are. I don't have to call you out publicly. I forget sometimes to thank you, but I also understand that some of you like to do a donation in private because you're not interested in being public about it, and you're also aware that 96% of the money you send through PayPal ends up arriving in our account, where with the YouTube it's only 70 cents on the dollar because YouTube takes 30% off the top. So thank you all who do these PayPal anonymous donations. You do the math, and you think about a $20 donation is either $14 to us, or it's like 19 something dollars to us. It's huge. So many a month adds up, right? It just is what it is. Again, thank you all. What do we got here? A couple of comments. James of the Misty Tree. Yesterday around 11:30, Megan of the Misty Tree. That would be the boss of James. James's boss, Megan, wrote 6, 525, 540 covered call credit spreads on the Qs and brought in 40 cents and has a bid to close them for a dime. So there you go. So they're expiring today. We're at 518.66 on the Qs, 525 and up. Yeah, they're going to fall. They're going to drip down. A 10-cent spread bid is being put in there. Very interesting. I hope that works out. I suspect it might. Doug Levitt gives blondes a bad name indeed. Splayer chart is getting interesting at the 180 range. I am confident I will see $2 today on this Canopy stock. I last bought this at 140. Way to go there, Splayer. Brian, GameStop 28.77. Well, 28.82 now. 28.82 on your GameStop, up 32 cents. Rumor has it they bought a ton of Bitcoin, and they're in at 80 grand a coin, and it's 106 right now, near its all-time highs. Dude, give me the thumbs up. Thank you, dude, and everyone, give him thumbs ups. Juan, I wrote 10, 546, 550. Call credit spread, says Juan, for July 18th, hoping to get out sooner, of course. 546. We're at 518 on the Qs. So this is an interesting trade. It's a $4 spread, so it's $4,000 in here. Interesting move. My donation needs at least 50 thumbs up, says dude. I need 50 thumbs ups. There you go. Juan, I did this trade yesterday. Congratulations, dude, says Doug. Brian, NVIDIA's running, Bruce. Doug, thumbs ups. Splayer, fancy profile picture there, James. Fancy picture. There you go. Okay. James of the Misty Tree and Megan of the Misty Tree. Making money in the market. Interesting. We're down 329 on the Dow. That's about 0.76, 3/4 of a point. We're down 25 on S&P, down 44 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's down 1/4 of a point. S&P off about 0.3. The Qs are within 115 of breaking even at 519.12. But many of you have written call credit spreads yesterday and earlier much higher than that. So watching shrinkage here. Brian, this GameStop, man, hit $29. Again, This is not the first time GameStop lately has been getting to 29. It's faltered a few times, but it's come back at 28.94, up 43 cents on GameStop. All of you writing those cash secured puts, 22s, 24s, 25s, 26s, 27s, 28s, 30s, you're laughing. You're watching those puts just go, It's a beautiful thing. Congratulations. Rocket Labs up 20 cents, 26, 20. ASTS down 30. MSTR up 175. AI only down a quarter now. We're going higher, up 124 on SMCI to 44.01. NVIDIA is up 21 cents. Tesla is up 83. Palantir is up 22 cents this morning. Google up $4 now. Apple down 140. Microsoft down 220. Meta's up 440. Broadcom up 71. Amazon down 280. Intel up 11. Netflix up 330. Giddy up. Yeah, we've got a mixed market here. Some green shoots here and there showing up. Fewer reds. Royal Caribbean down $5. AMC down 3 cents. DraftKings up 15. American Airlines down 17. Disney down 82. Walmart down 49. JP Morgan down 36. Target down $5.93 at $92. Boeing down 73 cents. Goldman Sachs down 105. Vanik Semiconductors up 7 cents. Home Depot down 50 cents. HPQ is up 15. IBM down $3. Pfizer down 19. Moderna down 108. Spire is up 24 to 11.90. Pushing $12 around. Enphase down 122 at 47.75. Like our friend Savage was saying, you can do cash secured puts on Enphase 45s or lower. Unity down 2 cents at 22.20, a little higher here. AMD up 176 at 115.28. Adobe up 40. Cisco up 4. Uber down $2. Eli Lilly down 6.75. Costco down 94. Coinbase up 53. SmartRent down 2 cents. Netflix up 198. Intel up 11. There you go. There's some quotes for you on different stuff. 294 loss on the Dow. A little better. We were down 400 in the pre-market. We're still down like 286 right now. Still down. But NASDAQ is down 58 now. A little lower. The Qs are down 167 to 518.60. Chase Rosita Parker says this QBTS is D-Wave Quantum, just being discovered by the market, by the way. Blair, I have a feeling that this canopy issue now, President Trump's nominee to lead the DEA said cannabis rescheduling status will be one of his first priorities. Dude, okay, that risky stock I mentioned is getting interesting. It's up 251% on the week. MTPLF it's interesting. They are doing ATM at the money share offerings and buying 25% of the amount MSTR buys every week. Again, I really don't know what to think about that. Dude, they can't do the exact at the money share offering. They have to do 90-day settling warrants, which in turn is better for shareholders. So for term business. Again, I don't understand all this stuff. I don't have an opinion on this stuff. I really don't know what to say about it. The Qs are now over 519 yet again. The high of the day for the triple Qs today, 519.30. We're at 518.98 right now. So we're just under the high of the day on the triple Qs. The SPYs are down 248 at 590.37. SoFi 13.14 now, only down 13 cents. It's trying to come back to break even. Rocket Lab is up 8 now, a little better at the moment. Welcome all to the program, to the party. Welcome to the show. Hope you're making nothing but money out there on your option rights. Whether you're writing covered calls, poor man covered calls, cash secured puts, and doing credit spreads, whichever works. There's something out there for you. Short term, medium term, daily. You figure it out for yourselves. What do you want to be doing here? MSTR up 58. AI down 28. We're up 148 on Supermicro at 44.29. Nvidia's up 22. Tesla up $1.03. Palantir up 40. Google up $4. So more green than red on some of these stocks, but overall we're negative on the session. let me take a look right now at the Dow. I want to get a peek at what the Dow is doing here. Winners and losers. Winners are 4 winners: Coca-Cola, Nvidia, Cisco, and Procter and Gamble. None of them are up more than 1/4 of a percentage point. They're barely up. The losers on the Dow, the biggest losers on a percentage basis: United Healthcare down $13.80 a share, down 4.3%. Nike down 1.76%, Amazon down 1.56%, IBM down 1.2%, so is American Express. Sherwin-Williams down about a percentage point. Salesforce 0.8% lower, 3M 0.71 along with Merck and Caterpillar. Amgen down 0.69, McDonald's 0.68, Walt Disney 2/3 of a point lower, Travelers down 0.6%. Apple down 0.57, Walmart down 1/2 a point, Visa down 1/2 a point, Chevron down 0.45, Microsoft 0.42, Verizon down 1/3 of a percent, Boeing down 0.28, Home Depot down 1/4 of a percent. Then there's Goldman Sachs down $1.12, 0.18 of a percentage point, Honeywell down 0.16, JP Morgan down 1/10 of a percent, same with Johnson and Johnson. Only 4 winning Dow stocks, 26 losers today, down 334 points. And it's United Healthcare leading the way with a 4.3% debacle, 1380 lower on United Healthcare Group. This stock has not had a very good time of it lately, getting shellacked for sure. We were looking at losses and gains and fluctuations here. Just around the 23rd of April, a month ago, $428 a share. $400 a share on the 1st of May. By the 8th of May, $385. By the 12th of May, $378. On the 13th, $311. On the 14th, $308. On the 15th, we're down to $274. And I have a feeling we were even lower than that. We were on Thursday last week at $251, and we're back to $307, but we kind of got up to $309. Wait a minute, $324 yesterday. We were at $324. We're at $307 now. $17 hit as it's coming back to this 300 level again. Not good. PE multiple says 12.6, but I don't believe the numbers. I don't think those numbers are that good anymore, and so the stock is getting a shot right now. Short position, nothing to worry about. Only 1%, 8.5 million shares. But it's the criminal investigation against this company, and the wonder is what which of the managers are going to get in trouble legally? Are there any going to get into trouble here? I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to watch that. That is dropping the market the most on the Dow. Definitely that one stock. Rocket Lab's up a penny. Sofi down 14. GameStop up 28 at 28.80. We did break 29 this morning on GameStop. Wonderful. Take another run at it later. The 23andMe, I don't know if you're following those shares on the over-the-counter market. $3.44 a share on 23andMe. I have no idea what to make of this. I do not know and cannot know whether shareholders of the Shell company, when it's all said and done, will have anything to split. I honestly don't know what's going to happen with that Shell company, because the Shell company now will have sold all of its assets from itself once it's all closed out. Should take another month at least. And then what? What happens to the Shell company? Does that Shell company now acquire another business? Does it go another direction? I have no idea. Will the Shell company have any money in it? Will there be any cash sitting in that thing with no business? There'll be a board of directors. There'll be Ann Wojcicki will run it. But what is she running? I don't know what she's going to. I have no idea. I don't think anyone can talk about it. I don't know if anybody can talk about it. Anyway, there's where we're at. I'm just saying. Welcome all, and thank you. Dude, I bring up this thing about this company, this MTPLF. I bring it up in relation to GameStop and MSTR. I may have a few shares of this MTPLF, though, just for fun. Nothing life-changing, though. Lisa, UNH, United Healthcare, is now being accused of making secret payments to nursing homes. Yes, there are. There's just a plethora of stuff coming up here. All kinds of nasty stuff. Remember 2 weeks ago? It was within the last 2 weeks. The CEO resigned for to spend more time with his family. I have a suspicion he's spending time with his family before he goes to jail. Maybe that is the problem the CEO is looking at right now, that in the next year or two, there will be criminal charges on him, because I think it's a he, and he's out of there. I don't know. UNH, I would avoid this stock. Stay away from this. This is a daily drip of bad news coming out. It's ugly stuff. I don't know. We're at 519.01 on triple Qs. 519.08 is where we're at. 519.08, 518.99. The high of the day. 520.08 has been the high for the Qs. So we're watching that. Let's see how that works out for the market as a whole. Thank you all for being here and being part of the family. Today we're down 280 on the Dow. We're running down 22.5 on S&P and down 45.5 on NASDAQ. Interesting stuff. There you go. It is what it is. It be what it be. Trying to get my computer to respond here. We have 205 people now who have answered the question of the day. Thank you for this participation, and thank you for the thumbs ups today, that those of you putting them out there. We're now running, how many of those? 131 thumbs ups. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate that a lot. 205 votes, where 62% of you are saying, I'm not going to write daily options expiries on these stocks. The Magnificent Seven. They're going into zero data expiry probably later this year. Not sure if I'm going to do any daily writing. Well, we'll find out. That used to be 66%. Now it's 62%. So we'll see what's going on. Someone's trying to sell me smart zoom glasses. This is awesome. The glasses go from 100% to 700% zoom ability. This is pretty cool. I'm not sure what to think about this. High-tech glasses, man. Zoomers. Yeah, fancy dancy. How about that? All kinds of advertising on my channel. What ads do you see on my channel? Are you getting weird ads, interesting ads? I don't know. I can't get the commercial to go away. My computer is running very slowly right now. It wants to be, it has an attitude this morning. My computer has an attitude of, I don't want to go as fast as you want me to go. I must have said something to the computer, maybe an offhand remark, What can I say? I do make offhand remarks, 519.30 on the Qs. There you go, 519.30. Charlie, I have stink offers out on the Qs, 513, 509 to write puts. No bites yet, but I've got offers there. So you might get lucky. This is a strategy that can be employed, where you're trying to put a put credit spread together, and you see the market in a certain range, and you're saying to yourself, if this market moves on a dip, I will be able to get this much for a credit spread, and I'm happy with that range. You might put an order in that's a good till canceled order for the day that says, hey, here's my call credit spread. I will write this one and buy this one. This is what I want. They're trading at 44 cents. You're looking for 49. I won't take less than 49 cents. On a put side, same thing. You might be able to get 38 cents credit. You're going, no, I want 44. I'm putting in a stink offer with a 44-cent credit. You give me 44 cents, I'm on this trade. And sometimes the stocks will spike up or spike down for a minute or two. These program trades that come in. You might get lucky and catch one of these. And all of a sudden, I got one of the best trades of the day on my credit spread. This is great. Guess what you're going to do now? You're going to put in a buyback order, a stink bid buyback at half or 3/4 of the price lower, whatever your profit margin is, or you're just going to hold your arms and let them die. We'll see what happens. 519.11 right now on the triple Qs. Jeff, pardons are for sale. These guys have stolen enough money to be able to offer one on that company. James, my ads are almost always Coinbase. That's who's advertising to me, Bruce. Coinbase. One, Uncle Bruce, back in October 24, I wrote 9 $25 GameStop contracts that expire Jan 26. I'm up 55%, $4,000. What should I do? It's a pretty good gain. Should I roll these to $30? So these are calls, I would imagine, or are they puts? No, they must be puts. I wrote 25s, and I'm up nicely with the stock now at 28.92. Well, yeah, I mean, if you wrote, if you go to January 30s, you'll get more money. If you go to, June 26s at 30, you'll get even more. That might be the next trade you want to do. I also wrote 4 cash secured puts at 30 GameStop back then as well. There you go, one. Making the money. How are you doing, Auntie Jen?
Good, how are you?
Welcome. Okay. It's a beautiful sunny day. You turned off the lights again. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Hot and sunny and hot.
That's right. That's what we got. And I think today, for the bagel, it's the ham and cheese, if possible, if we have cheese left. There we go. Leave it to the hand. Watch the hand. I'm thinking ham and cheese. I don't know if we have any turkey slices left or not.
Sure.
And then a bunch of that Philippe's hot mustard. A real good generous schmear of that. That ought to get my sinuses rolling. I need a little bit of help on the sinus front there. Hey, the what? What the hey? Good times. Yeah. Maybe turkey. Yeah. Why not? It's Wednesday, Primetime Live tonight with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. Upgrade your membership today. Don't come crying to me that you're not a Gold Bagel member. Come on, kids. Join us. There's the Gold Bagel logo. There it is. Join the party, pal. Love to see you. Let's talk credit spreads. Let's talk everything else. Giddy up. Richard Carlin. Good morning, Auntie Jen. There you go. Yee-hoo. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the party. Take dough off the table and get richer. Why not? Who else is making you money? Nobody. You have to make it yourself. Absolutely make it yourself and grab the future, baby. Grab the future. Make it yours. Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning, and welcome to the party, pals. Good to have you here. Cheers. Enjoying the coffee. Absolutely. Fabulous. Everyone is here. Folks are coming in to say hi and popping by to visit with us. Great to see you folks from around the world. Do say hi to us if you can. If any of you are able to let people know how long have you been a member of this channel, please do let us in on that. Let everyone in on how long have you been a member of this channel. Put one of those green bars up there. Thank you all for becoming subscribers. Those of you becoming members, thank you. And welcome to the party, pal. We're trying to help you make money, help you become an option writer. That is the name of the game. 131 thumbs ups. The last I took a look here at the thumbs up meter. We'll try to refresh that and see if we can get that to refresh for us. And thank you all for hitting the thumbs up button for us. 134. Here they are. 134 thumbs. Jen is here. Hit the thumbs up button. Don't upset her. We have 211 votes now for the question of the day. The question is, I will be trading 0-day to expiry options as an option writer if the Magnificent Seven stocks get added in. And 38% say no, 62% say yes. This poll has been shifting. It was 66 no, now it's 62% no. And the votes keep coming. We're up to 211. We were around 110 a little while ago, then 130, 150. 211 people have answered it. 62% say, I don't know if I'm going to write contracts. But that number seems to be falling with the yes vote slowly rising. I'll be interested to see if this can get another 50, 60 votes. Yeah, if you're just joining us, why don't you answer that question for us? Give us your thoughts. Do you
It's
want
like the election. You have to wait for the rural votes to come in.
It's the rural votes and the mail-in votes. That's what it is. We don't have the full picture yet. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that the early voting. There it is. Dude is saying, Philippe. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Mandu number 5. Mandu, welcome. Thank you, everybody. Nice to have you here with us today. Come on in and welcome to the party, pals. It's great to see you all. I love the fact that you're all here with us today. Thank you again, and congratulations to a number of people in the last 4 or 5 days have picked up some classes. You're buying up classes to learn credit spreads. You're buying up some classes to put credit spreads. You're learning this part of the aspect of option writing. A number of you, of course, are picking up number 1, number 2 to get started, and you are opening up practice accounts, and you are doing your first ever option trades. Congratulations, all the rookies out there that are following this channel, becoming option writers. Nice going. Splair, hey, 10% already on Canopy, and good morning, Auntie Jen. Right on, Splair, getting richer. You keep getting richer there, Splair. That's what we want to hear. Welcome all of you to the show. Thank you all for joining us. Great to have you in the house today. And also thumbs uppers, as always. Thank you so very much for your support and your encouragement. Telling YouTube, hey, show this guy some love. Find him additional viewers. 137 voters now are saying, hey, thumbs ups and climbing. This guy should have a bigger following. YouTube, you should be pushing him a little more. Well, thank you all for helping out. I appreciate it. It's all good. 200 people are here watching. Welcome, you 200 people. Thank you for popping in. Great that you're here. 70 of you haven't hit a thumbs up button yet. Please consider hitting the thumbs up button. Get us to 200. That would be terrific. We'd love to hit 200 thumbs ups today. 315-point down drip on the Dow. 0.75%. We're down 27.5 on S&P, down 48 on NASDAQ. That's a 1/4 point on NASDAQ. The triple Qs are down 142 right now at 518.85. Those of you who are writing call credit spreads are starting to look at writing those as the first hour goes by, and you're beginning to figure out, which ones should I write here? Let's see what we can do. Splair, I'm almost $200 richer. I like this game, and I've got, what is this? Something in Aurora not counting into it. Way to go there, pal. Get richer, Splair. You need the money. You got to join the higher level of participants. Having started from very little, you are doing very nicely. This is very good to see. Thank you all. I have to say also thanks again to viewers here who don't comment very often these days. Some of the viewers of this channel are unbelievably generous and have been very kind to other members of this channel. I have had instances where I get a private email that will say to me, hey, look, I want to gift a lesson to somebody. Can you do that for me? And I say, yeah, of course. If you want me to send lesson number whatever to a certain person that you are talking to, you're sending me a PayPal donation and sending me instructions on an email. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to help you. The best way to do a gifting of a lesson is to send me a private email first and make a donation to the PayPal channel outside of my website, which I'll help coordinate with you. And then I will be more than happy to take your information. Here's my email address. be more than happy to take your instructions. You'll give me the email address of the recipient. It might be a child, might be a relative, might be a fellow viewer. Has not been not uncommon from time to time where I've had 4 or 5 viewers get a hold of me, say, we want to send a lesson to so-and-so. One of us is going to send you the $200. As soon as you get that, fire lesson number so-and-so to this guy, this girl. Thank you. And congratulations to those of you who are doing that. You've helped people, in some cases, get off the ground here and get going. Fantastic. Let's go. Brian, GameStop passed $29. This is a resistance level. Let's see if we can hold this resistance level. Well, 28.88 is what we've got now. 29.04 is the high of the day so far. 1.8 million traded at the moment. No official news about GameStop. There is a speculation out there that they bought a bunch of Bitcoin at $80,000. That they bought a ton of it. They raised $1.5 billion of fresh cash to add to their cash hoard to get to 6.2 billion cash. There are rumors that they have so much Bitcoin that they're up $1 billion on it already, that they've made $1 billion in profit already. I don't have anything to back it up. I have nothing official to tell you. I can't say. I don't believe there's any kind of a SEC filing about anything like this. I got butkus on that. I got nada. So if anyone knows anything from any source, you want to let us in on it, please tell us. But the last filing I see is a proxy statement that came out on the 24th of April. So nothing new here. I have nada. The annual report came out on the 25th of March, and the proxy statement came out on the 24th of April, and there's been nothing else with all of the filings from GameStop. So, do they have to reveal that they bought Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't understand what the deal is. Have they done anything anywhere? I have no clue here. So, if they're up $1 billion on a Bitcoin purchase, then that 6.2 billion is worth 7.2 billion. They're not getting interest on all of it, but they've made $1 billion in profit already. Okay, good. Yeah, gooder, much gooder. I don't know. A GameStop outstanding shares in existence, 447 million shares. If they've got 7.2 billion cash or cash equivalents because of this investment, that's 7.2 billion into 447 million shares. The company's worth more money. They're worth more like $16-17 book value in cash and Bitcoin. Again, I'm guessing, people. I'm totally spitballing this. I have nothing for you that I can talk to you about because they don't reveal details. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, there it is. Anyway, there it happens to be, and I'm doing what I can. Thank you, everyone, for joining me here today. It's great of you to be here with us. Thanks again, all of you who have found the thumbs up button for us. Thank you for that, and also for the participation on the question of the day. So far, the numbers of people who have answered the question of the day, 212 of you, 62% saying that I'm not sure if I'm going to write 0-day to expiry contracts on the Magnificent Seven once they're available. 38% say, oh, I'm definitely doing that. That number is climbing. We'll see. 139 thumbs ups. That's climbing. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. This is fabulous, boys and girls. Who is advertising to you when you watch me? Do let me know who is trying to get you to buy their stuff. Anyway, swear, wasn't GameStop at 27.50 yesterday? This is a nice move. Anyway, yeah, there it is. See what happens, kids. Anyway, we don't know. There's a ton of speculation on what GameStop is doing with Bitcoin, or what they've done, what's gone on, what's happened, where things are at. The latest crypto number now, $107,500. That's a new high for crypto. If GameStop is in at 80,000, they're up 27,000 a coin. That's 35% gain on whatever they bought. I don't know if they bought any. I have no idea. I can't say. I wish I could, but I can't. Okay, the Dow down 296. The triple Qs are 519.30, down $1 on the session. The high today 520.08, as far as I can best guesstimate. 520.08 is the high for the Qs, and we're at 519.21. Okay. Sofi 13.16, GameStop 28.87, up 36 cents right now, everybody. Okay, there you go, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to the party, pals. Great to have you joining us today. No shortage of opportunities out there. Okay. If the Qs are going to stay around 519, 520, if that's where they're going to hang around right now, and the market can't seem to catch a bid from here, then you may want to look at 525 calls, credit spreads, or higher. On the other hand, if the market has a rally here with an hour, hour and a half gone, and it wants to pop up to only be down 150 points or 100 points on the Dow, for example, the NASDAQ might go positive for 20, 30 points. You may find that the Qs go to 521, 522. You might then look at 527, 528, 530 call credit spreads for tonight expiry, and see if there's deterioration as the afternoon wears on. We'll find out. We'll see. This market right now is, the VIX is still plus 51, but it was plus 190, so it's improved there. Oil up 23 cents. That's backed off from a 90-cent gain. Gold is up only 16 bucks. It was up $22, $24. So that's a little lighter there. So there seems to be some improvement, but we're down 313 on the Dow. That's 0.75 of a percentage point lower on the Dow Jones. And United Healthcare is the big loser over there. All right, Crazy 49er, Uncle Bruce. If I have covered calls for a year out that are in the money, should I roll or wait till it gets closer to the expiry date? This is Palantir, November 21 100s. That's what I'm into right now. Well, the stock's 125, and you don't have to roll this second at all, obviously. We're only on 14 cents today. In the last week, of course, the shares got into the almost the 130 level. 133.49 has been the year high, and it's backed off a little bit from that to 125. Palantir can at any time. Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. This bagel is in the house. Palantir can give up 10, 15 bucks in a couple of days like nothing, which takes the heat off of you again to have to do anything. You've written out a year. You got the cash. You've set the price. Now, if you want to raise your strike price to get to 110, 120 or higher, you're going to have to maybe consider putting money into the trade and just shift your strike price and pay the difference out of your pocket to keep the same expiry date, or you have to go with a longer expiry date to move up 10 bucks a share, 15 a share, whatever works for you. But you're not under the gun to do it now. If we're going to have a bit of a pullback this week and next week in the markets, could it be that Palantir gives up 15, 20 bucks and goes back to 105, 110? It would make a rollover look good, but it would also make you look good with what you got. So, you can go either way. Okay, it's not a year; it's 184 days. Fair enough, because this is a November 21 contract. That's this November. Well, take a look at January 26's, June 26's, at 110, 115. And if the stock does dump down to 110 and you've got 115s written, you're out of the money. They'll have lost value, of course, from the rollover here. And if you did gain cash to do it, and now down goes the call, earlier win, right? Savage of Wall Street. Well, I was not going to do much today, but all this talk of money being made, is that what he's saying? He's watching carefully. We've got a bagel here in our hot little hand here. Ham, turkey, cheese, sesame seed toasted bagel with a bunch of Philippe's hot mustard on top of here. Kind of help with the sinuses, you know. Well, let's see what happens. So far, so good. Oh, yeah. Giddy up. Oh, that's awful nice. Brian says, Uncle Bruce, Google the GameStop institutional ownership. It is exponentially rising. Bar chart. I'm just choking. I'm just choking. It's nothing personal.
Isn't it Philippe's?
No, it's not Philippe's at all.
It's a sesame seed. It's a killer sesame seed. I snuck in there.
It's the tumor that's building here, and they're not letting me swallow very well. It's probably a tumor. It's a tumor. It's not a tumor. Lisa, I need Canopy over 288 to be back in the green, by the way, Bruce. James, the Misty Tree. Boom! Her stink triggered. Offer was 10 cents, and 6 of them went through individually from 12 to 2 cents. She is done. So this is Ms. James of the Misty Tree. She scored on her contracts. Oh, yeah. Nice job.
I think I hear a big
Tawanda. Richard Carlin. It is not a tumor.
might be tumor.
Too much horseradish? No, that's not it. Savage of Wall Street, talk of premiums got me thinking a NMAX $20 cash secured put that expires October would not be a bad idea. And boom, I sold it for $6.20. I sold a few for $6.40 a few days ago and one for $6.50 yesterday. Give me the stock at $13 all day long. I'll take this cheap paper from you. No problem. This is the attitude of SoFi people. This is the attitude of GameStoppers, Rocket Lab, ASTS, AI, SMCI people writing out of the money put contracts, cash secured puts, saying, I'll buy this stuff at a discount. If you give it to me this cheap, I'll take it off you. Smart and very charitable people, kind-hearted people like Savage of Wall Street and James of the Misty Tree, Ms. James of the Misty Tree. Nice going, you guys. Tawanda, yeah. Giddy up, everybody. Making money. Making money. Why not? Jobs going down. 344 now. 0.81. S&P is slowly coming along, down a half a point. NASDAQ down just 35, not yet following the party. How long can it resist? I don't know. Anyway, Splair, my DEGIRO account at Canopy shares are at $4 almost, and I had to buy back already 2 calls with a 50% losing. But when I write them now, I get enough back, especially when I go into September. There you go. Rollovers, buddy. Rollover time. Giddy up. This is delicious. Absolutely beautiful. Triple Qs cannot hit new highs. 520.08 so far is the high of the day. We're an hour into the market. We're at 519.18, down from just behind that 520.08 number. Spiders are down 304. The Dow down 363 points right now. Sofi down 17 cents. GameStop 28.62. Had hit 29 today, but couldn't hold it again. When will it break out and go through 30? That is the question. This stock keeps threatening to do something. We do not know if they're into Bitcoin or not. The rumors are out there that they're in at 80,000, but we don't know how many. We don't know when, what, nothing. Got nothing. I got nothing. Splair, July $1 calls are now at 98 cents. Ask, I bought back at 68 cents. Giddy up, buddy. Giddy up. GameStop volume is only 2 million shares. SoFi volume today, 11.2 million. Low today, 1301. We're at 1309 right now. Okay. Qs 518.83 falling. We're backing up again. We're down 410 on the Dow. We're falling. The Dow is approaching a 1% drop on the day. The NASDAQ is now 0.29, almost 0.3 lower, a little bit lower. Not as much as the Dow, though. S&P down 0.58%. It's falling off. Okay. I'm hurting myself today. Savage of Wall Street. You know what money I used to sell those cash to get puts on NMAX? I closed 3 Jan 26, $30 SMCI, $30 cash to get puts. I sold a few weeks ago for $8 and I bought them back for $3.65 today. Thank you. May I have another one of these? Over 50% in a couple of weeks. Yes, sir. I'm taking this dough. Savage says we stay nimble and remain flexible, and under any circumstances, we never overstay our welcome. There you go, sir. Well done. 409 drop on the Dow, 152 drop on the Qs at 518.75. SoFi down 18, GameStop up a penny now, only up a penny on GameStop. We're down 19 on Rocket Lab, we're down 53 on ASTS. Absolutely fabulous. This bagel be good. It'd be real good. Way to go, option writers. Take the dough off the table here from these guys. Absolutely. Lower market goes, cash secured puts. You buy back calls and write different strike price calls. Absolutely take your profits. Oh my. SoFi 1310 down 17 cents. Now, if you want to write some SoFi options and bring in some capital to write call options on SoFi for January 26, which obviously is 7 months out in time, if you wrote 14s today, you'd be getting about 226 to 230. These are, 70 cents out of the money. If you were bought out, you'd end up with 16.20. You want to write 15s, there's lots of them out there. You'll get about 190.93. Not quite $2, 190.93 for $15 contracts. '17s have a bit of volume. They're 135. And then the $20 calls would pay you 80 cents. On the other side of the coin, if you can write cash secured puts and you were to sell your SoFi right now, sell them here at 1308, 1310. If you were to write a $14 cash secured put where you're willing to buy the stock at $14, they will pay you $270 right now to do that. So you're buying the stock back at $11.30. Would you be willing to pay $11.30 for SoFi if you sell it now for $13.09? $15 cash secured puts will pay you $3.30, $3.40. So you're paying, again, $11.70 for those. 16s, if you wrote those, not many exist, you get about $4. But the 17s, there are 6,000 in existence. You can write $17 cash secured puts and get about $4.70, $4.80. So you're paying $12.30 a share for a $13.10 stock if you want to write those. Now, if the shares go to $15, your $17 puts will only be worth $2 book value. They'll likely trade around $3. You'll already be ahead of $1.70 just on that move to $15. Shares, of course, go to $17 between now and the end of the year. These 17s will be trading at about $1.50, $1.25. And of course, there you have your a nice little gain here of about $3.20, $3.30, $3.50 a share, a contract. Nice. 20s right now, 720, 730 is what they're quoted at. Not a lot of premium there. So I don't know if you want to write 20s on SoFi, but writing 15s to get 330 on a 15 or 270 on a 14, you can write a 13 and get 214 to 217 on a $13 cash secured put for SoFi for Jan 26. So that's all premium there. That is all time premium right now. If the shares stay at 13 or higher between now and January, by the time January shows up, if these shares are 14, 15 bucks, these contracts are worthless. You keep all 214 a share for a 7-month time frame. It's about 15% on your money, 16% on your money for 7 months of your time. Not bad consideration. Totally up to you. You want to go further out in time, you can certainly do so. You can go all the way out to January 27 if you want, either on calls or puts on the SoFi. You have to decide yourself if you want to be involved that long or willing to play options that far out to and then think about closing them earlier. Can be done. Okay. Alrighty. The Qs are looking a little better. 519.51 again after touching 518, and so now you call credit spread players. You're now looking at the stock, the Qs approaching 519.50 range. You might want to be looking at 525, 524 call options. With a 526, 528, 530 behind the back door. Go short and go long on these calls. 519.40 is where we are right now on the Qs. The Dow's down 367, S&P down 28, NASDAQ down 35. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you here. Brian's going, it didn't hold 29. That's true. Charlie, Q's, the offer hit after I moved up $1, sold 6, 5, 10, 5, 14 on the puts for 21 cents premium. I'm keeping my eyes on it all time. So 5, 10, 5, 14, and it's now at 5.19. So these contracts are 5 out of the money now. He's watching that closely. Juan, number 131, Juan. That's a good one, Charlie. Well done. That's a nice trade. There you go. Very good. Spare. Now, if Sofi would go to 15, I'd be a very happy guy. I'd be a happy guy. Went to 20. 25. Delirious at 30. I'll lose my mind if it went to $50. Well, let's see. One day at a time. Okay. Dow off 380. NASDAQ down 41. The Qs are 519.12. GameStop 28.64. The low 28.40. We just hit that a few minutes ago. We bounced back 28.62, 28.64. 2.3 million traded. MSTR down 97 cents at 415.95. Supermicro is still up 14 cents, but most of the stocks are red right now, pretty well across the board. Pretty good. There's a title here. There's an article being offered on MarketWatch, and the title of the article is "I asked my financial planner in 2023 to put all my money in Nvidia. He didn't get back to me for months, then quit, but the firm didn't bother to tell me. Now what?" Well, this is the Achilles heel of people who manage your money for you. One, Jen goes, that's not a real story. Number two, if it is a real story, it's the fault of the investor. Because if you're stupid enough to give a bunch of money to an outfit to manage your money for you, and you don't stay on top of these guys, you're the idiot. You're the moron. You give them your money and you're not even on top of your investments. What are you talking? What are you doing?
There's a brokerage firm. Someone gave you a lot of money with an order. You're going to fill it. Somebody's going to fill that order. Somebody wants the commission.
I tell you, if this is a financial planner who is paid to manage your money, it's no skin off their nose to follow your directions to shift money around. They make just as much money at the end of the year bonus if your money is under the administration with them, no matter what you hold. Now, it helps if you pick a stock that you say, I want to buy this stock, and they do buy it for you, and it goes up in price. Your account is that much more valuable. They get a bigger take of your account. They get a bigger fee percentage based on the value of your funds. If you are not checking with your advisor because person left and you didn't know about it, well, you're not paying attention to your money. You don't deserve to make any money if you're not paying attention to your money. You're probably getting email updates on your account all the time. You're getting month-end statements all the time. It'll say at the very top who your representative is. Here's your financial planner.
You're expecting a call with your bill.
Yeah, and really, if you're putting in a telephone request to make a trade, what century are you from? Even with financial planners, you just send them a text message. You get the confirmation from their system. Something is wrong with this story. Jen is right. It's not a real story. It's fake. There you go.
It's to get you riled up.
It's to get you riled up. It's riling me up.
Get away from the broker and onto the platform.
It's riling me up. There you go. Anyway, Andre Della Torre, buongiorno, Uncle Bruce and all from Siena, Italy. Welcome, Andre. I got assigned on my NVIDIA calls. Oh, well. Extra money for more tours in Italy. Oh, well. Nice going. Brian, Bull is up today. They've got earnings out tomorrow. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Brian, Webull is a broker in Canada. That is their first public earnings report coming out. Webull from Canada. There you go.
Like a bowl, weevil kind of.
No. Not kind of, no.
We bowl.
No.
We bowl duck bowling.
No.
Yeah. How many of your people know what duck bowling is?
I'm not going to ask that question. Jen's losing it. I got her on that one. Webull is a Chinese company, Hong Kong based. Yeah, broker.
But we bowl every Thursday.
Webull every Thursday. Sometimes Jen just thinks funny things. It is what it is. Yeah, Webull. They've been after me. Webull, like you cannot believe. They want to sponsor this channel so bad. Oh, they want to sponsor me. They want to pay me every time you open an account with these guys. No, thank you. I get pursued like you cannot believe for sponsorships from stock promoting companies, PR firms that are hired by public companies that want their stock promoted. They want to hire me. No, thank you. I want to help you guys get rich. Writing your own stock options in your own accounts where you don't need a financial planner. You're in control. And you don't pay a management fee to run your own affairs. That's what I want to have happen here. Giddy up, kids. Giddy up. 519.15 on the Qs. Dow's down 416, down 435. We're going negative further. Markets are going lower. And when will NASDAQ join the party? I don't know, because the NASDAQ is only down 0.25%. The Dow's down 1%. S&P is down 0.6. And the S&P is more towards the Dow. The NASDAQ is holding off, backing off. Oh, yeah. Here's an interesting comment from Tom with Questrade. He said, the Questrade invited me to a free webinar for option strategies. Oh, that's interesting. H. Gregory, 142, Uncle Bruce, good morning. Brian, I think I might buy back my ASTS August 22.5 puts for around break even, and then sell Jan 26 20s for $1 more. How about that as an idea? These are puts contracts, cash secured puts. ASTS is down 45 cents right now at 24.58. You've got 2250s that are out of the money, thinking about writing 20s that are further out of the money to bring in an extra buck. Well, it's a 250 safer trade because you're 250 behind the stock, further behind the stock, plus $1 a share in cash. So it's a 350 adjustment you could make. I just did these on Monday. Tom, I got that too. I don't have time for that. I have my option strategies here. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. I got my strategist right here. Savage of Wall Street, beep, just rolled and SMCI $35 covered call expiring June to a $40 March 26 contract, going from June this summer to March next year. And I received $375 in extra cash because of the $5 move on the contract. I still got more money. An $875 move just for having the shares. Is this how you do it, Uncle Bruce? Is this why I took the classes? Is this why my family and I can go to the Four Seasons and enjoy the lavish accommodations on behalf of the gamblers? I think Brian is about to find out that himself. Brian might be just taking a little extra money from an ASTS trade, going from $22.50 to $20 and bringing in an extra $1. Brian, I think, is getting it just like Savage has figured this out. Tom, yep, Brian, unless Uncle Bruce is teaching it, I am out. I'm not interested in that thing. Oh, Charlie, me too, Tom. They see the option activities in our accounts. I'm interested in attending one of them just to see what it's like. Charlie, they also have previous ones you can watch. Tom, Quest Trade is also trying to become a bank in Canada, by the way. Brian, yeah, I just learned to have a checking account available. Tom, Charlie, I started to register, then I got bored.
Oh, that doesn't say good things about the form. That's so bad.
Oh, my. Well, safe to say, the folks at Quest Trade have not contacted me to run the session.
Update their form.
No, not to update form, but they haven't asked me to host the seminar either. It is what it is. It be what it be. The market is the market. We're down 406 on the Dow, 0.95%. We're down 0.14 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is actually rising and the Dow is falling. The spread is getting worse. I don't know who to believe. The Dow 30 make up 30 big companies, very big companies. So we'll see what happens. Thank you all for joining in. Oil up 2 cents, VIX down 44 cents. So they're still negative on the VIX, not as negative, but we are negative on the VIX. A little bit. Qs are down 87 cents at 519.40. 519.40 is where the Qs are, and the high was 520.08. So right now you will be able to get some of the best credit spread pricing for call credit spreads because the index is a little better than it was. It was down to 516. It's 519.49. Can you get a call credit spread made that's far enough away from the fire? There's the question. If we see a 3-point gain, a 4-point gain on the Qs, are you comfortable? Or is that too close for comfort? That's what you got to ask yourself. The Dow's down now 419. So, okay. Charlie is laughing out loud about that thing. Savage Wall Street, boom, I sold a $20 Sentinel, one covered call expiring June for $125. May I have another? I'm taking these dollars, Bruce. Way to go, buddy. However you want to play this game. You want to play it from a stock position? You want to play it from a cash position? A bit of both. Savage does it all. It's up to you how you want to do it. Credit spreads are, for some of you, the ticket that you want. That's the ticket of tickets. Others of you are call writers only and cash secured put writers only. I respect that too. Thank you again for helping out today with the question of the day. Look at this coming in here. 223 people have responded to the question of the day. And look at the results here. 61% now are saying no instead of like 66% this morning. 39% of you are saying, I will be writing 0-day to expiry options. As soon as those MAG 7 stocks are in, I'm writing. 39% say, yes, sir. I will be writing 0-day to expiry contracts on Magnificent Sevens when they add them. No doubt about it. I'm coming here. 223 say, here's my response, 61 to 39. Very interesting result. The thumbs up meter We're trying to inch it higher and higher. Hopefully we can score closer to the 200 level. We're now at 145, 55 away from 200. Thank you all. If you're watching on the rerun, you know what you need to do. Hit that thumbs up button for me, even after hours. 223 votes have come in now on that poll question. 39% are saying, I will be writing cash secured puts. I'll be writing 0-day to expiry options. Definitely. 62%, 61% saying, I don't think so. This is out of 224 voters. Thank you all for responding today to that question. That was, I've been curious about this one. Kind of, what are your thoughts on this? Also, we didn't get into it, but I've touched on it so far. We're going to see 23-hour-a-day trading 5 days a week. That is not too far away, people. Maybe sometime next year. The market will open every week at 8 o'clock in the evening Eastern time. So in California, that's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, late afternoon. 5 o'clock. That's when the market opens for the week, 5 o'clock Sunday night. And we'll close at 7 o'clock Eastern time, Friday evening in New York, and that's 4 o'clock in the Pacific time zone. Those of you in Hawaii, even earlier, you're going to open up midday on Sunday during your watching the Sunday night football game, and you're going to close midday Friday. Not bad trading hours, I guess. Just kind of saying. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this claims goes. Anyway, Tom says Questrade becoming a bank might be good. Take out loans against trading accounts. We'll see, and then we'll trade. I don't know what to make of this. I have no opinion on it. The Dow down 358, a little better, a little improvement. We're down 0.84% instead of 1%. NASDAQ has turned green. Look at your Qs. We're at the highs of the day, 520.46. The Qs have gone green now, and they're trading at the highs of the day here. 520.47 has been the high. A slight 10-cent gain on the session at one point, or whatever, 520.50 now, up 23 centinos, which again means any of you who've written put credit spreads this morning are watching them shrink right now. Those put credit spreads are shrinking out on you, which is what you want. The call credit spread writers, you've been waiting for this first hour and a half. As I keep telling you, let the market show you its true intentions. And here we are at 520.57. You might be writing 526s, 527s today. Let's see what happens. BTizzle looks like Google is pulling the Qs up with it right now. Interesting stuff. We are down 8 cents on Sofi at 13.20. We're up 5 on GameStop. We're up 4 on Rocket Lab. We're down 39 on ASTS. Strategy Incorporated, MSTR up 345. AI down 20 cents. It's coming on. We're up 37 on Supermicro, 41-cent gain on NVIDIA. Tesla's up 80 cents. Palantir up 43. Google up 725 to 172.58. Apple down 66 cents. Microsoft down 187. Meta up 765. Broadcom up 142. Amazon down 182 and climbing. It got down to 200 today. It's back to 202.20. It's coming back on. Interesting moves here, folks. The Meta shares got down to $630 this morning. They're at $644. They're up almost $15 from their low trade today. Meta has had a turnaround. Back to the Amazon, or no, what was that? Google, you said? Yeah, someone said Google, Bruce. 731. We were down to 164.90. We're at 172.60. So that is 7 straight up dollars here. It's all gains. Something good is going on. I don't know what it is. The Dow down 365. The NASDAQ is now up 10 points. It's only up 10. The Q is 520.54. They did hit 520.69. And so they're just short of the high of the day at the moment. B Tizzle, hey, Bitcoin's on a nice run too. Looks like it's about to set a new all-time high today. Noticed it was at that 107,000 range or something like that. We noticed that. Let's take a look at crypto here. 109, yeah, 109,000. Just took a shot in the last half hour. And there's a new crypto bill working its way through Congress. I don't know how good it'll be for the crypto, but the market is certainly reacting up almost $2,000 for a coin of Bitcoin, 109,000 a coin. So it's definitely getting a shot in the arm. And that is helping stocks like MSTR. GameStop's up 14 cents to 28.65. Rocket Lab is green. SoFi down only 7 cents. GameStop up 14. Interesting session here, folks. Very interesting session. Google up 750. Meta up $8. MSTR up 260 now. Netflix up 1640. Got some gains showing up. Will they hold? I don't know, but they're definitely coming along at the moment. 520.64 on the triple Qs. We are pushing 520.77. These are the highs of the day right now. 520.76, 77, 78. These are the highs of the day for triple Q. Up 50 cents, mind you. It's only 50 cents, but it is the high of the day. And right now, we got to let the market show us what it wants to do. Let it show you its true intentions. If you put credit spreads today on the Qs, on the SPYs, you'll be watching this closely. There might be an opportunity to close out some trades soon or not, depending on how much momentum this stock market wants to get on the upside. The Nasdaq's up 22 points. 0.13 of a percentage point. S&P down 20, Dow down 352. So it's a mixed market. Only Nasdaq is reacting here in a positive way. It's now 521. It broke 521 for a moment, and so there's a possibility with a $5 gain from the low of the day, 516 to 521. We've had a $5 move so far. That's a 1% move here, pretty well. Let's see what the volatility brings us. We were promised volatility this morning, the way the pre-market was loading up and behaving. We now see what it wants to do the rest of the session here. Giddy up, everybody. 520.81 right now. All right, that's the story. Ooh-wee. SoFi, $13.20 a share. All right. 26.01 on Rocket Lab, 28.70 on GameStop after hitting 28.40. We're up 19. We were over 29 at one point today. We haven't gotten back yet. Is it official? Does GameStop own Bitcoin at $80,000 a coin? It's 109. That is a $29,000 per coin gain, which is almost 40% gain if GameStop got in at 80,000. No one knows. No one is saying a word. GameStop isn't even bragging about it. They're not saying anything. So it may not have happened. It may have happened. We don't know. Yeah, we have this total uncertainty, and even on the quarterly report, we might not get it because they don't answer questions.
You'll see some bump in revenue.
Well, yeah, we hope so. A clarification in the notes. We'll see what happens, kids. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Thank you all for joining us today. Brian, GameStop trying to come back. He says there it is. B Tizzle, Bitcoin on a nice run. Looks like it's about to set a new all-time high. That's what we have. Thank you all for joining us today. We've been on the air 2 hours, 33 minutes. Join me tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, primetime live. We'll be here, okay? Join us then. Let's see what gives and what kind of money you can make. In the meantime, have a great day today, everybody. And thank you again for your kind thoughts. Thank you to Dude for your donation today. You're awesome. and all of you that do that privately through PayPal. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, and we'll see how much richer you have become today. All right, everybody. Jen and I are saying our goodbyes in 3, in 2, in 1. Bye.